And we're back. Hey everybody, Jared Bendis here for part 3 of CES 2021. Yay! Wish I was at the show right now. Wish I was walking around, seeing everything, little bits and pieces. I'm not. I'm just here in my office, going through a website and telling you stories about what I would see. Now, again, if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, basically I'm going through a bunch of these items and I'm pulling out my favorites. I'm going to add something to this video. If you hear me typing, if I find one that I really, really like, I want to put it in my notes. And since I really haven't done this, I really have not looked at these. I've curated based on what the logo looks like, based on if I've heard of the company before, and based on whether or not they flagged in my stuff. But a lot of these companies, I have no idea what I'm looking at here. So, and I'm really, really a harsh critic. If you say you're the first or something, I'm going to give you crap. So let's take a look. We left off with SenseGlove, which I absolutely loved, and their website is down. So I'm really, really upset. And I'm going to put that in the last comments for the other one, but let's hope we're there. We're going to click off with Snapmaker. I know Snapmaker. Snapmaker is a company that I've been following for years. And again, CES, I have to click yes every time, and I've got to wait. And I'm going to be getting on a mailing list from hell, which is worse, by the way, because I could have ducked. If I was at CES right now, I could duck into a booth, look, and leave, and no one would be the wiser. But no, they're scanning my badge everywhere I go. So I give CES credit, by the way, because while they're probably having fewer exhibitors, every exhibitor is getting a lot more information than they would have in terms of their level of attention. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done it. So the Snapmaker is a modular 3-in-1 3D printer. It's been around for years. They're not the first in the business that have done this. And the idea is they built this gantry system and a head on the gantry. And of course, with that, you get your standard 3D printer, the built-in thing. And they're like, well, what else can we add to that? And what they could add to it was they put in a laser. And what that laser can do is it can cut very, very small things, and it can engrave. And of course, the dangerous part of it is what's protecting you from this laser, right? You know, I've got a laser cutter at home from Glowforge, which, by the way, I did not see on the list, which, again, like, they're always there. I'll check again to see if they're on the list. But the idea being is that, wow, I am really bright. I'm going to fix my camera again. Isn't that weird? Every time I do this, I have to fix my camera. Let's do this again. I wonder if that's let's come over here. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. I don't like to see. I'd rather see dim Jared than shiny Jared. All right, let's keep going. So you've got the little laser, and again, I've got a Glowforge, and it's all class protected. So the fact that they don't have to have it protected either means they don't care, or the laser is so low power it doesn't need to be. And then the third item is a router. And so they're doing is like a mini CNC carving, and that's pretty neat because I have a big CNC machine, but mini CNC machine is where you can start getting into things like highly detailed stuff, but none of it's easy to use. I don't mean like their product isn't easy to use, but you have to have good tech going in. You have to know what it is that you're trying to do. So whether or not you're cutting, engraving, or building, that's what a Snapmaker is. And you can buy these. They just have different ones out there. And of course, they're smarter, bigger, faster, whatever. I'm not going to lie. Snapmaker is a cool product. I want one, but I really don't. I'm going to put it on my list because when they first came out, I was a real skeptic. But then what ended up happening is that they've been in business for so long, and they've been doing it so well for so long that it's a viable product. It isn't just like, look, we're the Swiss Army knives of manufacturing. They're like, no, we've come up with this thing, and we do what we do reliably. So I give them credit for that. So yeah, that's a Snapmaker. If they wanted to send me one, I would play with it. All right, I clicked on Sony. I will not lie. I clicked on Sony. What in the world could this be? And you're thinking to yourself, like, if we were at the show right now, Sony would be like, half the floor. So, how does Sony, which, was one click away, compare to Snapmaker, which was one click away? This great equalizer. So yeah, so this is going to be where it's just going to go on and on and on. They've got galleries and presentations, and so they've got galleries of galleries, and yeah. So now this is the question is all right, so am I going to get buried? Do I get to see anything, Sony, or no? Is it like you have to watch everything or not? And this is going to bother me. So I'm hoping there's a gallery here. So do I have to Do I have to watch your video? I don't want to watch your video. Yeah, see, they weren't. They had so much to say that they're assuming that I'm gonna be willing to watch it all, and I'm not. And I know for a fact that some of the big stuff that came out of Sony was, and I will do this if it's the Citizens for a Better Future. Care about that? I wanted it's immersive entertainment experience. All right, I'll hit play. Oh, it's 30 seconds. All right, give them that. All right, so what are you gonna show me in 30 seconds, Sony? Give it to me. What the hell is that? That must be a TV. Okay, this is even worse. All right. Okay, yes, you sell headphones. Crazy good headphones. I got some over here. Last year I actually saw the 360-degree surround sound headphones that they were selling, and I went out and bought them, and they're just amazing because they you can take pictures of the shape of your ear, and then they give you it matches your ear shape. Creative does that as well, but the Sony ones were super bass and awesome. All right, let's hit play on this 52-second video and see. This is weird. I was expecting them to like want to eat up all my time, and now they're just not doing anything. All right, so this is awesome. If you've been watching The Mandalorian as an example, The Mandalorian has been using these giant virtual sets, but they're not green screen sets. They're these giant display walls. And what they are is they're very, very bright, but not super reflective, so they don't like glow in a really strange way. So it's the perfect marriage of what would have been like rear projection technology, but matched with like live interactive rendering things where you can actually like be inside of a space that isn't there and film with an interactive background. And the Sony announced that they've got these giant visualization walls that you can sort of put in behind people and really put them there. And that's exciting because it's going to change filmmaking as we know it. Again, other people have already been doing it, but they were like, and now we're selling them. And everyone's like, yeah. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I do have my sound on, right? Yeah. So strange. I'm flabbergasted. Sony, what have you done? Show me, give me like, be like I'm a human being for a moment. Like, here's a list of all the cool products we have. Here's the picture book. Give me a picture book of products, and then let me click on them. That's all I asked for. I figured you were going to make me watch 20-minute movies. There's a microsite. Fine. I'll visit your microsite. I don't even know what a microsite is. Okay, welcome to Sony Square. All right, so so I'm going to take a breath for a second. If they've created an interactive space, if they've created a virtual booth, then I will be happy. No, it looks like it's the same. Oh my God. Seriously, what have I just done? This is the problem. I'm not an idiot. I'm not that dad in that video. This is not for human beings. This isn't for press people. This is just, I just wanted a list of products. You notice that for a moment? I want to go back. All the money Sony spent, all the products Sony had, I can tell you more about the Snapmaker. I can tell you more about the haptic glove. This website's broken. Then I can't tell you about the Sony product. It's where to find out more about us. Not we're right here. Sony expands 360 reality audio ecosystem. Now that makes me want to click on that because I like 360 audio. And what do I have here? A standard a standard press release. None of it. Just like here's. It's shameful, isn't it? It's just absolutely terrible. All right, let's take a look. Oh, what? Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a deep breath. I spent the last 5 minutes ranting about Sony and they're terrible. It's again, I don't feel it's not Sony, by the way. It's the nature of what we're doing right now. Is that everyone's got their heads so far up their asses about what trade shows should be that they don't know how to escape it, and that's a problem. Let's take a look at smart optical sensors by SOSLAB. I don't quite know if I know this one or not. And again, as much as I'm a cynic, two of the coolest thing I saw last year were at the Sony booth. I'm a cynic of the way they're presenting the information. SOSLAB specializes in LiDAR, light detection and ranging, which measures the distance to an object using light. Cool. I like LiDAR. Look, they have LiDARs on the car. Yay. All right, that was fun. Ultraleap. Now, I know Ultraleap. I just don't know their products. I'm an early adopter of their products. And I will tell you that when they first showed up at CES 5 years ago or something, they had this tiny little booth with this teeny little array. And when you put your hand over it, you could feel in space things on your hand, and it was the craziest thing. They weren't called Ultraleap back then, and what they do is they use ultrasonics, these ultrasonic basically speakers with ultrasonic frequencies to make you feel things that aren't there. And you can interact with them because they also, if you know about the Leap Motion, it's this little oval sensor that a lot of people were putting in front of their head-mount displays, but you put your hands over a table and it can see your fingers in space. Well, those two companies merged together, and so they can see your hands, and they can see your hands, and they can make you feel in your hands at the same time. We bought one of their demo kits for a lot of money early on. We still have it. It's gotten better and better and better. Not my demo kit, but their stuff has gotten better and better. They are trying to integrate it into more commercial items. It is so cool, and it's difficult to mainstream. Let's take a quick look. Because it's hard to get people to understand it at first. And then when you see, it's so innovative. And it's not even new. It's so good. Yeah, so the tiny little tech. This thing, by the way, when it first came out, was like $70. I mean, you could buy these at Best Buy, but no one knew what to do with them. And again, you could see your fingers, and you could just do things with them. I have one, and it's staggeringly good. But you have to really be able to think outside of the way we normally see things, and it's such a giant leap for people. And that's why this kind of tech. And again, they were mainstream really, really fast, but no one knows how to really incorporate it. It is awesome though. And so this is just a $70 sensor. Let's see if they have a video for the haptics. Do they have a video for the haptics? Yeah, let's click on this one as well, because again, I wish I could share with you what it was like to feel things that aren't there, because all you get is a look on people's faces. And one of the reasons that I even bought the development kit, because we're not developing for haptics, but the reason we bought the development kit is that when I put your hand over this thing and you feel it touch you in space, your world changes. And that's what's exciting. Is it's amazing how much your world changes, and these people understand what haptics can do more than anybody else that I've seen. So yeah, love them. And it's so funny because it's little things can change your world. And again, this is one of them. I'm going to add them to my list, even though you're not necessarily going to buy things, but I want to make sure that Ultraleap makes my list of things to go back and talk about, or at least when I put the list together for you. Yep. All right. UltraSense. Well, okay. Let's see what UltraSense has. All right. Let's take a look. Again, sharing my consent. Oh my God, I'm going to get spammed. I'm going to have to go unsubscribe. And then some of these people don't know how to unsubscribe properly. They don't know about this. All right. UltraSense builds ultrasonic touch user interface that sense through thick materials, including metal, plastics, glass, wood, and leather. Replace the mechanical buttons in smartphones. Let's take a look at this one. I do like when they do a 57-second video. That to me is great. Smart surfaces. What is HMI? See? Clearly, this is not business to consumer. This is business to business. And that's okay. I mean, but why do I want to tell you about this? I want to tell you about this because if you see this tech here, and then all of a sudden it shows up in your car, you're going to go, what? And so someone else is going to make this your future. Oh, And they work under materials. That's pretty impressive. Touch and force detection. See, it's neat to even dream about this type of stuff. There's somebody out there that's going like, yeah. Now, am I going to add this to my list? No. I mean, why? Because you're never going to buy it. You can't. It's not for you. It's business to business. But you need to be aware that it's out there. I'm going to click on the Unity link. I have no idea why. I mean, I know why Unity is here. Unity is one of the largest game engines in the world, and it's free if you're not making any money. It's free for quite some time. Unity is a really good business model, and it's what we teach all of our students to program in. I do 2D development first, so I don't teach them Unity. But I want to know what what are they showing off? Real-time 3D. All right, that's what they're showing off. So what you're finding, look at that, without any coding skills. What's wrong with coding skills? So what you're seeing is these game engines are these video games have such good rendering engines in them that when you're playing a video game, you can have lighting and 3D models and things, and it's real time. And because these video game engines are so ubiquitous, everyone's making video games, so everyone knows how to do it. There's a big market for the video games because people are making video games. And then they're like, wait a second, if I can build an app, if I can buy a product in the video game engine, and then I can make it look photorealistic, then I can use this for some other reasons. So the idea is that that's what they're doing is they're using the Unity engine in other things. And that's exactly what happened when I mentioned The Mandalorian and the screen. The Mandalorian is using the Unreal game engine. And that's the whole point there as well, is like, hey, we don't have to render using rendering engines. We can actually just use these real-time game engines. So that's what Unity's doing. Pretty cool. Nice to see. And again, they're not hurting. Everybody's using Unity. I don't know what virtual album technologies are, but it had the word virtual. I like the fact that they had a graphic. It made me interested. All right, so let's come back over here and see what they've got to sell us. Now, I will give them credit that they're not just globally saying, everyone can have your name. Every time, they're explicitly asking me every single time. But I wish there was a button that says, do you regret pressing that button? Because we will take it all back. The virtual album technologies will use our patent-pending technology. And I know they have to do that. I know that they're trying to make money and they have to do patent pending, but let's just hope it goes through. To store, compile, and deliver your life's most valuable memories in virtual reality. All right? So what does that mean? What does it mean? Well, all right, there's a VR headset. All right. Is it?
Here's a ticket stub from the Cardinals and Marlins at Roger Dean Stadium. March 16th of 2018.
Okay.
Followed by that, you'll find another video of my daughter skateboarding through Turkey Lake Park in Orlando, Florida.
Excellent.
And the next photo that you'll see is a 360-degree photo. You would be able to look around and see what it was like to sit in Roger Dean Stadium the day of the ball game. Beautiful spring day in Jupiter, Florida. And lastly, you will see a 360-degree video, again, where you can turn and look around and see what it was like to sit in Doak Campbell Stadium at Florida State University in the fall of 2018 for Parents Weekend. Great view here that gives you a real, in-depth, immersive experience of what it was like.
You have multiple types of media. What are you doing with it? I get it. We have pictures and 360-degree videos and 360-degree images, most of which don't hold up in VR headsets because the cameras weren't as good as the headsets are. All right, is they going to do anything with it? Or we have to watch and wait for another 15 seconds? All right, come to the point. All right. All right, so they have, okay. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. So I don't understand why it has to be patent pending technology. I mean, it's great. So they've created a way of managing your files. So is Adobe. It's called Adobe Bridge. Yes, they've done it in a VR headset, which is great, but I don't know. I don't see it. I mean, I understand the demand for it. I just don't see how this is anything that innovative. Maybe it's innovative because no one's doing it. but I don't know if people want to do it. Yeah, I'm not buying it, and maybe I'm not buying because they didn't sell it really well. They didn't describe the problem and then the solution. They just were like, here we have materials, and so that becomes something that I think is interesting there as well. Yeah, I'm a cynic. You should see me on the floor. I mean, and that's okay. So if you go back and you watch my Instagram from years past, and you see me doing all those demo videos, remember there are people that ask me to do demo videos, and I go no, and I walk away from their booth. I mean, it's not a thing. All right, what do they got here? Virtual Vision develops produce products. No, the produce products. I'm tired. I'm not going to edit that out. They develop and produce products that reflect the lifestyle of modern people in line with the changes in the smart era. Oh my God. That is like, this literally, I have college students who write bullshit like this. They develop and produce products that reflect the lifestyle of modern people in line with changes in the smart era? What the hell is that saying? That is saying absolutely nothing. We make products for modern people in modern times? Everybody does. We make stereoscopes for people in the 1800s. No, I mean, come on. Furthermore, oh my God, this literally, when I see a furthermore in my students' papers, I circle them. And then I connect them to the other furthermores and henceforth to make a little calendar of it. All right, our technology, okay, so I give them credit that they're a Korean company, so there may be an English as a second language thing here, but this is not bad English. This is literally a lack of good content. So, all right, what do they make? They make a helmet cam. Oh, next. Sorry. Virtual Italy. Virtual Italy. So I'm assuming this is an Italian company. Oh my God. Let's see what we got. Oh God. And again, every one of these people, I'm giving them my information. What's funny is that I've been okay. Virtual Italy gives people the chance to live art and creativity edutainment experiences for immersive and interactive exhibits. All right. You got me. I'll hit play. I'll watch your video. Or will I? 0 seconds on the wait. Is there no video here? Oh, here it comes. I'm like, okay, so it is Italian. I'm actually okay with this. Yeah, this is awesome. I used to work in museums, and you have to get bold to be able to say we're going to do big interactive stuff. Not all museums allow for it. Some people get like, don't mess with our art. But yeah. Oh, look at that. I have to tell you, I'm in Cleveland, so the Cleveland Museum of Art has some of the best interactive visualizations there is. They do an amazing job. You go on their website and take a look. So I get spoiled, but when you see some good stuff like this, you get spoiled as well. Now, interestingly enough, what you're looking at here is the Italian government, probably. And you see this from all of the when you go to the international stuff, you'll have the French pavilion, the Italian pavilion, and the German pavilion. And what you're looking at is sort of the governments bringing in all the startups to show their materials. And some people, they're like, they don't want to talk to you. They're like, oh, I'm here. They brought me over. They're not selling anything. They just did a project they want to show you. So it's really sort of like a goodwill trip. And then you got stuff like this, which is sort of like, look at what we've done. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, it's great. All right. Are they selling something? Are they just showing off how cool they are? And I'm okay with that, by the way. If you're just showing off how cool you are, I go, yes, you are. And I think that's what they're doing. Matter of fact, I'm going to click on the link and see what they're doing with it. If it's just trying to show you that like we have cool stuff, then it works for me. I wish I was there. They want me to look at the internet, the virtual reality version. I'll allow virtual reality access. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think they have everything for it. Watch it not load. Oh, okay. Oh my God, no, that's my. Yeah, that is my virtuality. Okay, what just happened? Okay, no. All right, so no, all right, pretty cool. No, I don't think they're selling anything. I think they're just showing off. And again, nothing wrong with that. Pretty cool stuff. If you got stuff to show off, you should show it off. All right. Oh God, my VR is loading because I said yes because I got excited. All right, I'm going to click on Vuzix. I have to tell you up front that I have a history with this company and that I really hate them. I'm sorry if you're watching this, Vuzix people. I have been seeing their products for years. I fall in love with their products. I once spent a good amount of money on one of their products. They sent me crap. They revised it and sent me more crap. They revised it again and sent me more crap. I'm out money because they can never get their product to work right. Every year they win innovation awards showing off the latest and greatest tech, and it never really materializes into consumer level product. They do have enterprise level products, which is great. And if you're like working in factories and stuff, it's great. But at this stage of the game, I've worked with them long enough and I've seen in my opinion, they're the kings of making themselves look good at CES, but not in putting out product that I can use. And I know it's harsh words to say, but I'm literally sitting on hundreds, a piece of crap that I paid hundreds of dollars for. And I went through multiple rounds of like, can you make it work? And the answer was like, this is as good as it gets. And that is no way of being in this business. And yet every year it's like they bring the greatest demo ever. So now that I've shat on them, let's see what they're selling this year. So you're like, oh, look, it's Google Glass. Now, I'll tell you this. They were Google Glass before Google was Google Glass. If you're working, their claim to fame is making augmented reality systems for businesses, for working in factories and things like that. It's not about walking around. It's about becoming efficiency things. Like, that's pretty cool stuff. That being said, whatever this is, I won't believe it. And I'll even hit play. And they'll even let me try it on.
Vuzix, next generation smart glasses technology. A sleek exterior leads to a tech-rich interior, delivering style and substance with a trendy, comfortable design, combining easy wearability with even greater utility for an enhanced connected mobile experience with fully wireless connectivity. They're made even more dynamic with the added dimension of their ultra-slim, single-layer, see-through binocular waveguides. Powered by a pair of tiny, highly efficient micro-LED projectors.
Wow.
That integrate crisp video into the advanced waveguide optics that are viewable indoors and out for heads-up contextual information.
Nice.
Both monochrome and full-color RGB HD+ solutions are in development.
Ah.
And at 1 micron in size, the micro-LEDs...
Well, you lost me as are in development. That's why they don't have an award this year. They probably are developing on it. So this is the thing, is every year it's a new product, and every year I never see a product coming into fruition. So it's a very frustrating thing. They have some of the best design ideas and design things out there. I just don't see the follow through. So prove me wrong, Vuzix. Prove me wrong. Get me a product that works properly. But I've got a big cinema display over here that you couldn't get me one that didn't have flawed screens, and we went through 3 or 4 rounds, and they had hairs and they had warps and they had whatever, and they were like, well, that's good. And I'm like, no, it's not. If you're in a display technology, the display technology has to be flawless. Otherwise, what are you selling me? And they took my money, and they shouldn't have. Shame on them. All right. That being said, I do like the monochrome. And you're like, monochrome? Head-mounted displays, RoboCop had it right. It isn't about looking through and seeing full, videos. It's about seeing heads-up information. It's about being able to integrate what information as you need it. That's why, I kind of really like the Alexas. Sorry, cancel. Because what ends up happening is that, you get a full computer screen. What time is it? It's 4:00. That's all you need. It's the quickie things. And if they can say it, you can read it. And so I want you to think about like how that technology has simplified us into quick question and answers, and how if you imagine that up as a head-mounted display, that's what you really could use. And you're seeing some of the smarter companies out there doing that. Sony did it a few years ago as well. They were just going with like a single like high contrast display, like a big green sort of display that you could read, and it would be like great information, versus trying to like you're not going to watch a full movie and look out in the real world at the same time. It's deadly. All right. Again, sorry for ranting on them, but again, they took my money. And every year I see them. Oh, and horrible things. They're horrible conversations. Not good. It's one of those things where you just really don't screw with a member of the press. And all of it's well documented. I'm not making any of it up. I'm not trying to be like mean. It's just whatever. All right. So for years I called it Wacom, and it's Wacom. I think it's Wacom. I've been saying it wrong. I know it's not Wacom. I know that part. They are the leaders in display and pen technology. Now, when they say they're a global leader in pen, display, and tablet market, when they say they're a global leader, they're not going, we're the first in. No, they are the global leader. And they're not telling you that to make themselves feel good. They're saying it because it's true. They make really, really cool things. Coming soon in late January. What? That's terrible. No. They don't have anything to tell me? So, last year, they were selling a piece of tech called the Wacom One, which was a lower res tablet, but had a screen in there. I think I have it over here somewhere. Ran out and bought one. It's amazing. I don't use it that much because I've got a Microsoft Surface Book, and that's really got its own tablet technology built in. But the Wacom One, we just plug it in, and then it's a screen and a thing, and it's touch sensitive. Again, not super high res, but it's really, really good. And the price point was amazing, just a few $100s for that level of technology. This is amazing stuff, and I'm a little disappointed because every year they have something to show, and it doesn't have to be current with them either. That's what's neat about some of these companies. Some of these companies can say, hey, we've got this thing, and you're like, really? That's amazing. And they go, we had it last year. That happened with Epson. Epson was at one of these shows, and I saw a scanner they had, and I was all excited about it. And they're like, dude, we've had that for 3 years. And I'm like, I haven't seen that line before. And it was really, really good, and we went out and bought them, and it was really exciting. So sometimes reliable companies will just be showing you cool things. I can't believe they're saying, come back in January. That's strange. What if the show existed? What would you have done? I'm not disappointed. I'm just laughing. Wipro Limited. All right, let's go to there. I hope you're enjoying these. I hope my commentary is good. I hope you're not mad about my Vuzix rant, but again, it'll hurt. I bought something really cool when I didn't have a lot of money. But that's what we do. We buy things when we don't have a lot of money. That's why I'm an early adopter. Cutting edge solutions with disruptive technologies for a resilient future. Oh, that is just killer buzzwords. Seriously, there's like a buzzword bingo here. You lose. Next. WowCube. All right. I know this company. I've met this company before. I've been following them for. I think I know this company. Let's make sure I got the right company here. Let's come over here and see. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the WowCube. I'm going to give these guys the benefit of the doubt. I thought this would already be out by now. I think they thought it would already be out right now, but they're in really nice active development here, and they're really, really, it's cool. It's this little, 4x4 or 2x2 cube, touchscreens on every side, interactive on every side. I think it's a toy, and I think they're working on the development as well. I think they're building it as a toy, but I think they're also trying to build it as a platform at the same time, and I don't blame them for that. I really want to get my hands on one of these things. It's the world's first mixed reality gaming cube. They could be telling the truth here. I wish it was out already, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because I've seen this and I've touched it and I've played with it and I've met them and they're really nice people. So let's take a look at the WowCube real fast. Okay, show it to me in real life. That's what it looks like, but prove to me it's real. Yeah, this has got to be insane to develop for, because you have to be able to think outside of anything else. Oh, the ambient decor is nice. The widgets I knew about. Like, even just as the widget, I'd want this. Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. I'm laughing because I'm thinking about how much they spent on this video. Yeah, so I'm gonna give them a shout out again. I think, you know, last year I was a little bit I think it's been around for maybe even longer than 1 year. I think I've now given them shout outs twice, but they're not giving up. And they also haven't done the whole like Kickstarter. They're developing something. And again, as somebody who is a game designer and developer, I'm fascinated by I can develop for that. And then I'm like, I don't know if I have the vocabulary. No one does. No one's developed for this platform before. This idea of like, can you really think spatially differently enough? And that's what's going to be exciting about this, is that they have to have a critical mass of games when they play. When you get it. I mean, the widgets are great and the environment's great, but it can't be just one game and more coming soon. We've seen companies die that way. So they've got to make sure they've got enough games on it to start where it's interesting, and then enough people out there with their prototype SDK versions in their hands where they can go, yeah, that's for me. So no, I'm very pleased with this. Again, the only thing I'm not pleased with is that it doesn't exist yet. Like, I really want one. And again, I've seen the prototypes. I played with them. They're damn cool. All right, let's look at Z-Byte. All right. This is weird. I don't know. Okay, I have no idea what's happening here. But we're gonna. I don't know how I have multiple lists. You know what? It may have been. I don't know. We'll just keep going. Transform the world of your business with Maya. Oh my God, Maya is the name of a 3D rendering thing. Oh, they've named their AI bot Maya like it isn't a major company. You lose next. All right. The world's first smart yoga mat. So is it the world's first smart yoga mat? Does my yoga mat need to be smart? Does it need to be the first smart yoga mat? I'm sorry. I actually bought the world's second smartest yoga mat. All right. Redefining the yoga workout experience at home. All right. It goes beyond traditional tracking of steps and calories. It curates a plan based on your journey and progress that brings personal virtue. All right. What does it do that's thing? Right, I'm gonna hit play. I'll give it a moment. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Okay, you better show me the mat though. I want to see this in action. The world's only, well, until someone else does it. All right. Don't show me the circuit board. So you're going to show me the circuit board? I saw that coming. All right. Okay, so it's got a plan of attack. That's great. I could develop an app with a stupid mat. Yes, we know what Bluetooth is at this point. Why does it have to have a bad voice? I don't understand why it has to sound robotic. I mean, there aren't that many things it can possibly say. Why does it have to sound like robotic? The first thing that came to mind was Twister, right? The world's first Twister mat. All right, I'm not. This probably is good technology. So I've made my jokes. This probably is good tech. It probably could be implemented better, and that worries me, because here you've got somebody who's really got this really good mat, who thinks that showing me that the Bluetooth, having to show me Bluetooth, yeah, I get it, it's Bluetooth. You should have led with the interactive parts. Like, that's what's needed. I need to know it's an interactive mat. Don't show me you've got a whole fitness regime. Everyone's got one of those. I could download 1 million of those. So what makes things, you pull, I've got the smart mat, and you put on it, you position it. These people don't know how to sell their own products. That's what kills me. You start off by saying, listen, if I'm home alone, there's the problem. I'm home alone. I'm reading from a book. I'm watching a video. I'm in position. No one's telling me I'm doing it wrong. Well, the mat's going to tell you. The mat's going to sense it, and the app's going to tell you you're doing it wrong. That's exciting. That's very exciting. But this company may not be exciting, because if they don't know how to promote their product, and if they're going to use this robotic voice, that would annoy the crap out of me. I don't want to hear that. You are pushed your legs I'm not going to want to use that. That's going to be counterproductive. That part of the user experience is the user experience, folks. So what's going to happen is they're the only, and they've got some patent which someone is going to, again, is going to be technology based or social based, but whatever's going to happen, someone else is going to do this, and they're going to do it better. But are smart yoga mats cool? I would say absolutely. And how cool are they? They're so cool that I'm going to add it to my list. I mean, here's the thing. I will add YogiFit to my list of cool things that I've seen, as much as I'm giving it crap. And then let's find out how much it costs, because I'm curious. Aren't you curious? Of course you're curious. Holy, okay, wait a second. You get the mat for $99, and then you pay $29 a month for 12 months. You pay $400. It's $400. And lifetime access to freemium programs. And you can get 2 for $700. That's not bad. I'm not gonna lie. Just I'm now curious about the SDK, right? I'm a developer going where are the sensors? How many sensors? How do I literally I'll make Twister for this, and there you go. And maybe that's their thing. Maybe they're hoping that they're gonna sell enough of these things, and someone like me is gonna get pissed off and make a better thing for it. The only other thing that worries me is that the human body is more than just points on the ground. And I say this as being somebody who, believe it or not, I have a degree in contemporary dance. And I actually do. I have an MFA in contemporary dance. And so the idea about the human experience and the human body experience is something that I am very much interested in. And if you look at this picture right over here, I can't put my, her foot being there does not tell her that her leg and her arm are in the right position. So unless there's a whole bunch of other sensors that are really measuring here and mapping here, if it's just points on the ground, that's not enough. It's not enough to guarantee safety. It's not enough to guarantee a lot of things. So it's a starting point, but what's it going to do from an injuring perspective? So I don't know enough about it yet. What I'll say is that I'm curious. I would say this looks like good tech. It looks like a good starting point. I'm gonna keep going. Let's keep going. I'm gonna keep going on this one. I'm gonna look at the product features. I'm gonna let this be the last one in this video. All right. It's okay. So it's got. I'm assuming that's a speaker. It's got patented tracking technology. All right. How is it doing that? Position your smartphone in front of you, and it scans your body for posture correction. Okay, so there's a little thing there. Pair with an Apple Watch. Oh, I like that. All right, I'm in. I'm in. I can be harsh on a product and still be in, folks. I'm in. This one's cool. This one's cool. I'll add this to my list. YogiFit, smart, whatever. I'm sure. Listen, I've been to enough of these shows. Everything needs fixed at some point anyway. But all right, I'm cool. Now they're all just spamming me, right? They just want to know it. Ooh, 25% off a 1-year plus a 1-year membership. Look at that, 25% off. That's pretty good. Code CES 2021. Wait, is that the price with the membership? I mean, if it's only $300, I'll buy it right now. No, I'm not going to do it right now. You should send me one and I'll review it. All right. I think, let's take a look at how we're doing. Boy, this is working out so much better than that first video I thought it was going to do. So we're about the 45-minute mark again, which I'm trying to keep the videos around 45 minutes. So thus end is part 3. Apparently I have a few more to go. By the way, do like, subscribe, share, comment, all the type of good stuff. I'm Jared Bendis, and we'll be back with another round of CES in CES Part 4.